Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Today I Fricked Up. Today we have two stories, and before we get into the content, please make sure you click subscribe, like, the bell icon, comment down below anything, check out the merch store and the Instagram for more amazing videos. And I think that's everything I need to say. It probably is, isn't it? But I'll ramble on for another 10 seconds. So, how was your day today? Is it going well? Okay, that's interesting. Okay, there we go. Anyway, let's go on with the first story. Today I fricked up by ordering food delivery while breastfeeding. This literally just happened about 5 minutes ago and I'm still mortified. Sorry for formatting. I'm on mobile. TLDR at bottom. So I'm hunkered down in the rocking chair, feeding my 8-month-old who is going through a phase where he wants a comfort nurse for an hour at a time. When I began the feeding, I felt the familiar rumbles of breastfeeding related hunger, and let me tell you, pregnancy hunger has nothing on breastfeeding hunger. So I hop on a nice little app that rhymes with rSLASH and decided to order from a local sandwich shop. I knew sandwiches would be quicker than most restaurants, so I figured it would be here right when I finished feeding the baby and put him down for a nap. I put very specific driver instructions to not knock and just text me when the food is dropped off, because knocking would set my dog off and thus wake the baby. The app also gives you the option to have the driver just leave it at the door, which I also selected. This is important later. I get the notification that the driver is approaching with my food and get excited. My baby is out cold, so I stand up and start the slow tiptoe walk to his crib. Right as I'm putting him down, there's a sharp knock on my door, and what I was trying to avoid happened. My dog erupts and of course wakes the baby, so I gently place him down, which makes him start bawling his eyes out. Yeah, I swear some people just can't read. Okay, people get paid to do their jobs, okay? And so many people can't even do simple things like read instructions from someone who's, quite struggling with the baby and a dog and is also starving hungry. It's surprising how many people actually just don't do their jobs. Even though they're getting paid for it, they just expect that they can just slack. Anyway, I all but sprinted to the door and see through the peephole that not only did the dasher knock, but he stayed there, holding my sandwich and waiting for me to answer. This dude wasn't going away. After mostly calming the dog down, I answered the door in a huff. The dasher made eye contact, and weirdly enough, he darts his eyes away and holds the sandwich. Oh no. I didn't think of anything of the weird behaviour, but grabbed the sandwich and said thanks. He quickly mumbles, "Have a good day," before leaving. Okay guys, I want you to comment down below and guess what do you think happened now. Why do you think the delivery driver was a bit embarrassed when he opened the door, okay? I've got a pretty good idea why, so comment down below on why you think it is. After shutting the door, I head back to grab my crying baby, and that's when I look down. My shirt was still behind my head, and were hanging out in full view for the whole world to see. I just flashed my driver with a full frontal. This all could have been avoided if you just followed the instructions and left my sandwich. I am mortified, but I figured you guys would find this hilarious. I'm sure one day I'll find it hilarious too. TLDR, ordered food delivery while breastfeeding, rushed to the door when it arrived because my dog was freaking out and accidentally gave the driver a full frontal am mortified. Okay, so that was the first Today I Fricked Up story, and yes, I'd say that is a pretty big frick up, but not only for, the person of the story, but also the delivery driver. Come on, how difficult is it to do your job? Well, of course it depends on the job. Is that not pretty simple, to read, what the customer has put in delivery instructions and then, apply those instructions? It's just kind of ridiculous, really. Yeah, that was a big frick up, but I'm sure, it must have been embarrassing in that situation, but the thing is, she didn't realise, so it's kind of difficult really, because it's not one of those situations when she did realise, because she didn't know, so she wasn't embarrassed when it actually happened. It was only after, when it was too late. But of course, if you're by yourself, you'd just be sitting there with your sandwich, starving hungry, just thinking, oh my god, I can't believe that just happened. So yeah, that would be yeah, not the nicest thing to happen. Anyway, that was the first Today I Fricked Up story. We've got another one. What? Yeah, that's right, we've got another story. So don't leave the video yet. And hey, while you're at it, why don't you drop a like on the video if you haven't yet? Because I know some of you haven't done it. And I know also some of you haven't subscribed. So why don't you just do that now? I mean, you know, for more amazing videos. Anyway, let's go on with the second video then. Today I fricked up by attempting to end my girlfriend. So my girlfriend keeps calling me about this creepy old man who's staring outside the window of the motel she works at into the security camera. He apparently showed up, then made eye contact, hung around a bit more, and then he just disappeared without a trace. They can't find signs that he was even there. Here's the freaking problem. Yeah, I thought Halloween masks were on e-commerce store a month ago, an impulse buy. Today, totally forgot about it, but it arrived today, and well, it was total unsurprisingly. But I wanted to see if I could still make it work, so I threw on a suit and tucked the bad boy underneath a collared shirt and threw on some shades to mask the inconsistent creepy eye holes. I wanted to see if it would fool anyone, so I drove down to my girlfriend's motel, which is just a 5-minute drive. Man, riding in the car with that thing on, I shouldn't have made it there alive. I was planning on doing a quick test and then unmasking to make sure she felt safe. Like I said though, this thing is total, and the moment she saw me, she instantly said my name, and I said nothing. My dumb flight took over and I hobbled away. I stayed in character and just continued to creep around the area, enjoying the Halloween spirit. My next problem that I somehow forgot about was that there was a drugged up woman who destroyed the place just the other night, and my girlfriend had to call the police on her. Really funny, but also really scary. She keeps calling me to talk about the scary dude in the mask, which again, she could at least tell it was a mask because it was a $50 piece of... Apparently, she and a few motel regulars went looking for the guy, and the one claims they scared him off by pretending to have a gun. I don't know if that's true, but they could barely see out of this thing. I could barely see out of this thing. The cops are apparently across the street as well as an ambulance. She thinks she saw a murderer trying to hide out after committing, well, murder. I'm playing dumb though because I'm in too deep. I didn't mean things get this far, and I certainly didn't mean to leave her scared. The last thing you should know about me is that I do not do pranks. I'm highly against them. This is not the type of thing that I do because of this right here. Pranks are mean and they can go wrong. Well, buckaroos, this one's gone wrong, and if she finds out, I am frigged. TLDR, I tried out a Halloween mask on my girlfriend, but didn't come clean when it scared her. Now she thinks she could be murdered at any second. Edit. I forgot about my temporary hiding place for the mask and she found it. She is not happy. 1. She says she's going to leave me for Ignacio, the guy who gave her a candy bar today. 2. What if she takes a cat? 3. Frick. Edit 2. She's threatened to take the cat. Edit 3. She's even more angry now that she knows I got internet points off of this. Wow, okay, so that was the end of the second story, and I mean, I don't know what to say really. I mean, why didn't he just own up to begin with? That didn't really make sense, because I mean, he said he was against pranks anyway, because he says that they often can go wrong, which as we all know, they really do often go wrong, and so why wouldn't he also be the kind of person to, you know, admit it was him? Didn't really make sense. I didn't admit it was him straight away, because, you know, he knows that they can get out of hand quite quickly. So that didn't really make sense. Yeah, it was still a pretty big frick out, wasn't it? I mean, oh no, I mean, yeah, that was just a lack of thinking, really. I mean, it happens to everyone at some point, but just to not think about, you know, the fact she was scared from the... Because sometimes it can literally just go, like in this situation, obviously just went straight past his head, didn't it? And yeah, but that was, yeah, pretty big frick up. I mean, the cat too, no, she's gonna take the cat, the most important thing, but yeah, I wonder how it's gonna work out. When was the story posted? It was posted 10 hours ago, oh, so really recent then. But these videos are pre-recorded, so by now there might have been another edit on the story, because, well, it depends if you choose to edit it or not. It's definitely far enough in the future. So if you didn't know, in the description I actually post links to the stories used in the video, just so, well, for credit mainly, but also someone asked in one of the comments, so I did that because, you know, I care about my viewers. So you can, yeah, that's the point. So if there are any edits or any links to photos or anything which I don't show in the video, then you can just click on the show more bit on the description, and then yep, see the stories and copy and paste the link into a browser, and there you go, you'll be able to see, you know, the full story. Anyway, that is the end of today's Today I Fricked Up video. I hope you enjoyed it, because I'm sure know that the people in the story did not enjoy fricking up, did they? And before you go, please make sure you click the subscribe button, the bell icon, if you haven't yet, because over 90% of people aren't subscribed who watch this channel. I know, it's ridiculous. That's you know, 1 in 10 people who watch this channel are actually subscribed. And please comment down below something. Literally, I hardly get any comments, and I don't know, I literally reply to all of them, so, you know, maybe it's like, OMG, your channel is amazing, or, oh, that story was interesting, here's my view, you know, or just something like that, or, oh, this subreddit looks cool, please could you do a video on it, but that's mainly for the Instagram, so please also check out the Instagram, that's second link in the description, the merch store too, which is the first link in the description. I actually don't know why I keep it in the first link, because literally no one's used it in like 2 months. I haven't had one sale, that's right. And yeah, I think that's everything I've got to say. If you are bored, please check out another video, and that's everything. So thank you all for watching, and bye.